It's the National Football League on EA.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Wilson going to come out throwing. And his first look is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You talk about this Lions defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into them and try and knock it loose.
First down, New York.
The slot man in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. That stop made by Jack Campbell.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
5 yards on the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Here's a diving catch right side. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Wilson. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. Running left is Tracy. Shoves him aside. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Giants' first down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 21, here's the 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throw out wide is incomplete. On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 1st overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. after the incompletion. Here now, 3rd and 2. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. In motion goes Raymond. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. There's Goff. He's got right on the short throw. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The Lions had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now it's Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. Now Wilson. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Wilson. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30.
First down, Giants.
Stopped short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They're all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
To throw is Goff. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Goff now looks to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Back to throw, Goff. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, this defense for the Giants, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect? Keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
First catch here by St. Brown. Good for a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's right. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Again, Goff. He'll find Williams on the slant. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. A shotgun snap for Goff. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Goff now looking to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what we call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So 4th and goal. Their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And New York set to take the field. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. And his pass incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. They'll hand it to Tracy. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Here's Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Now it's Tracy, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. On to give, it's Tracy. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from evening this one up. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here come the Lions now.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Well, that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a play fake, and it's Goff.
He's got right on the short throw.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Goff now to throw. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Throwing again is Goff. He'll get this one to Patrick. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Going underneath, Gibbs has it.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
Bates' kick is good.
And they will take the lead at 13-10.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would make the decision tougher, and I think they likely would have fought for it. But in this situation,
and he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Play action. It's Wilson.
Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. To throw is Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a 1st down.
Here's Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Hyatt goes in motion left.
Now Wilson.
Caught along the left side by Hyatt.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Gano's kick is good, and that's going to tie us at 13. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
Now Goff. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Patrick. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Goff.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Play action. It's Goff.
To the sideline and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a time. You learn the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
To throw is Goff.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Giants offense at the line ready to begin their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So we come upon halftime with a tie score, 13-all. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Just beating the play clock is Goff. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
First and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Here's Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Back to throw, Goff.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Goff.
That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Giants' 40-yard line.
Trying the left side with Gibbs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They'll start with a run by Tracy.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 2nd down.
So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7.
They'll go again with Tracy.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
The Lions offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
Here's Goff. He's got it to Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Goff now looking to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Lions first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, here's Goff.
Finds Gibbs on the check down.
And he's got room. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
Now it's Goff. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance.
Bates' kick is good.
And they have regained the lead. So it's his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back and forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now a 2nd and 2. On the run is Tracy.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Right back to Tracy. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
But pardon, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And 3rd and 8 now. Now it's Wilson.
Left side, he's got Robinson.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Has it to Hyatt on the out route.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. Back now at Ford Field. Second down and a yard. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Catch made by Slayton. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's a game of 6. First down, New York.
Here's Tracy. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Now second and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Now high on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense so far on third down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
The short throw pulled in by Bellinger.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, probably that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 5.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot, so what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Goff now, throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 13-yard line.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Lions have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
A 10-play drive that time.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. And able to get this out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Here's Wilson.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Wilson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. There's Wilson to throw.
Into the hands of his receiver, Humphrey.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At the 20. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now Goff.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Goff. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Now Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Now Wilson.
Caught along the left side by Hyatt.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Wilson to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Play smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Jeff Campbell with a pick. And they finally... So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that led the way.